Hello everybody, Jordan here, the PH is silent. I had a really great comment on one of my YouTube videos, make a video on Acererak. He is more than mentioned in the latest campaign, the Tomb of Annihilation. I mean, he's on the cover, so it's not that big of a spoiler. I wanted to make a video on the origins and the history of the Demi Lich Acererak. Now I know what you're thinking. Jordan, you're mainly a Forgotten Realms channel, and Acererak is from Earth, right? Isn't that a Greyhawk thing? Well, viewer, I'll tell you something. You're not wrong. But he is an iconic D&D character regardless, so let's bend the rules I've set for myself and talk about Acererak. Acererak is actually half demon. He was the son of a Balor named Tarnhim from the 489th layer of the Abyss. Tarnhim is roughly 12 feet tall with dark red skin, leathery wings, and clawed hands and feet. He was summoned by a conjurer who didn't really know what he was doing and thus lost his life when Tarnhim attacked him. The demon then took a servant girl of the conjurer, and Acererak was the baby. Acererak's mother survived the birth of her half-demon son, but was sadly killed 10 years later by a torch-wielding mob. Acererak never forgave his father for mistreating his mother, and eventually learned the demon's true name, which gave him power over his father. With the demon in tow, Acererak began construction of his lair, the Tomb of Horrors. But I'm getting ahead of myself. After the death of his mother, Acererak the boy was rescued by an arch-lich by the name of Vecna. You might remember Vecna from the 5th edition's Dungeon Master's Guide, as the Hand of Vecna and the Eye of Vecna are magic items in that book. Vecna was born a human and eventually became a wizard, later on becoming a lich and surviving for thousands of years. Vecna is also a Greyhawk character, but these characters have become so popular they bleed over into Forgotten Realms and other settings. Acererak wanted to become a lich whilst hanging out with Vecna. He then plotted his ascension to lichdom. Now, a lich, in general terms, is an undead spellcaster that achieved immortality thanks to their phylactery. They place their soul in the phylactery, and if their physical body is ever destroyed, they aren't truly killed because their soul lives on. In a few weeks, the lich can return to the physical plane. Think Harry Potter Horcrux, but J.K. Rowling definitely took the idea from older fantasy like D&D and Lord of the Rings. After creating a phylactery, the process of becoming a lich that I discovered involves killing someone double your age and half your age, creating some kind of potion using their blood, drinking that potion under the light of a full moon, which then kills you, but your soul will find its way into the phylactery. A few days later, you come back as a lich. It's a very evil act, so in most campaign settings, becoming a lich and liches in general are very evil. Acererak went through this process later in his life and became a lich. He then started creating the Tomb of Horrors to gather souls, because part of being a lich is that you must feed souls into your phylactery to sustain the magic that preserves your body and your consciousness. Without your souls, you fall into disrepair and insanity. So the Tomb of Horrors is created as a way for adventurers to die and empower Acererak's phylactery. And that's the story behind the Tomb of Horrors. Really, it was created as a test for veteran players. It's an unforgiving module with plenty of unforeseeable traps and puzzles, with difficult solutions and character-ending consequences. I haven't run the Tomb of Horrors, but I hope to. I have a small group of friends that want to try it out. Just gotta find time, and I'm sure I'll make some campaign diaries about my experience. Acererak in his long life has since transformed into a demi-lich, which is just a more powerful lich, really. Oftentimes having only their bones left, they can appear as a floating skull, for example. There is more information about Acererak if you play Tomb of Annihilation, and since that module is so new, I really don't want to spoil anything in this video. I'm sure a ton of you guys are playing it right now, so that wouldn't be fair. But if you're a DM and you're curious, pick up Tomb of Annihilation and give it a flip through. A small city was built near Tomb of Horrors called Skull City. This naturally occurred thanks to hundreds of necromancers that arrived at the Tomb of Horrors looking for Acererak's renowned knowledge of necromancy. Idolization of Acererak has inspired the construction of a massive academy over his tomb called the Bleak Academy. It harbors cultists who perform ceremonies to garner the attention and favor of Acererak. Acererak's current form in the physical world is that of a jeweled skull, which you'll find in the Tomb of Horrors, but really that is a construct created by a demi-lich. The real Acererak resides in the Fortress of Conclusion, a stronghold hidden in the Shadowfell. Or so 4th edition lore tells us from the book Open Grave Secrets of the Undead. This might be outdated, and Acererak might still have a base of operations on the negative energy plane instead. And that's really the lore behind Acererak. His phylactery is hidden somewhere in another planar dimension. I suspect Wizards of the Coast did that so he really can't die. Being such an iconic character, they want to be able to bring him back. He makes a special appearance in the novel Ready Player One as an arcade joust-playing demi-lich. And I highly recommend that book for anyone interested in geek culture. I find it interesting how popular Acererak is, yet there isn't a Greyhawk or Forgotten Realms novel about him directly. You'd think the adventures of young Acererak would catch the eye of some D&D author. Most everything I've found was from Tomb of Horrors reprints and a few Dragon Magazine articles. And that's where we'll end today. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Acererak. If you have a favorite D&D villain, let me know in the comments below. And please give a like and share this video with a friend, or any video to a friend who enjoys D&D lore. And I'll see you all next Wednesday.